a few viewers asking me, hey Eddie, how do you juggle between driving taxi full-time and being a father with 2 kids? Also, doing content creation on YouTube. Yeah, how do you find all the time in the world? Also, got one viewer ask if I'm having enough rest. I appreciate, thank you for your concern. Yeah, it's quite amazing when I think back. I've been doing so many things for the past five months, and thinking that I only have 24 hours. How did I make it happen? Well, this is the thing I'm going to talk about, how I juggle between everything and how am I coping. This is what I'm going to talk about in this episode of Talk Talk. So April is when I started my YouTube channel. Before that, I was just a regular taxi driver, right, driving full time. So my typical day would be just drive, then perform my dad duties like fetching my kids, ferrying them to tuition, settling their lunch, and supervising their studies lah. So after that will be my free time, right? So what do I do during my free time? That time is I play games, a lot of games. I also have aquariums, so I take time to take care of my fishes and plants. So sometimes I spend up to 2 hours just getting my hands wet and meddling with my fish tanks. That was when in my other videos I was talking about transitioning from gaming to my other hobbies. So recreation time, that's about 2-3 hours a day. So night time, I drive too. So after I drive, I go back home, sleep, and then rinse and repeat. That's how usually I spend my day before I get into YouTube, right? So April came and I started filming. That is when everything changed, because if you are not aware, if you are not a YouTuber, you may not understand the kind of work behind the scene, right? What people say, the silent work, right? Because 10 minutes on the video, right, is like 10 hours behind the scene, right? We need to ideate, that means think of ideas, right? Some people do scripting, I don't, but I have a rough idea what I want to talk about. Ideation is more like thinking about what to talk about, what is relevant to my audience, and what kind of topics do I want to, or series I want to make that may interest my audience. So ideation, then behind the scenes things like setting up the filming location, getting there, the scenery, the lighting, how is it, setting up, filming itself takes about 2 hours for a start lah. At the start I remember I took about up to around 2 hours to film, right? And after filming, what do? We go back home, we edit. So editing part takes the bulk of the whole process. Around, I would say 3-4 hours to edit, because that time I was new, so everything was slow. Add up per video, you see about 10 minutes plus. It will take me about 10 hours to get it done. So you can see a lot of behind the scene work. What's more, I because I was new, I have to learn everything from scratch and on the go, right? So like editing, I did have some experience, but experience was from a different software. So things have moved on already. Now it's a different type of software. I'm using Cadence Live for my editing, and I have to learn everything self-taught from YouTube from scratch. So that was quite painful. Actually now I'm still learning because there are so many features. Then this camera that my wife bought me, this Osmo Pocket 3, also I have to learn. I do have experience with photography, but it's a new equipment, new toy. So new setting, how I handle the gimbal, and the audio also. So a lot of things I have to learn along the way. So at the start, it was very painful because a lot of revision, a lot of retakes, a lot of reshoot. The lucky thing is I can do presentation. I'm quite comfortable in front of camera, so that one is lucky. So I can imagine somebody who is not very used to talk in front of a camera. Wow, even worse. Then they need maybe a teleprompter to help them so they can get the words out of their out of their mouth. That is gonna be quite a task. So I really salute. So all these add up, wasted time, but it's part of the learning process. So that's why I say about 10 hours to do one video only, right? So it's quite amazing when I look back, 24 hours, how did I do it? So I was like, flashback, 10 hours. No, I technically didn't do everything in one go. One video maybe take me a few days to finish, but of course, obviously as time go by, you get good at it. Like you've been doing this, for example, the setting. Once you get the settings right on your camera, one time, then after that you just press and forget only. And then you got stupid mistake like what? Forget to press the record button. You took the camera, took 5 minutes, then come back, I never press record, man. Then you have to retake. So this kind of mistake really waste of time, but after you get good at it, you become productive, you won't make this kind of mistake. Or even things like I didn't switch on the mic, right? And especially editing wise, that one's steep learning curve. But after when you get the memory muscle to do it, the skills to execute, everything becomes very fast and very easy. So one thing about getting myself through this process is just bulldoze it, just chiong and don't care, just do it. I know it's hard, but I know it's not going to be hard forever. So during that time, April, May and June, yes, I did suffer. My health also not good because not enough sleep. I was trying to figure things out, things like how to zoom this clip on the editing software so that I can have the transition. This kind of small thing can take me about an hour to figure out. So no things done, just learning. I got no mentor, so I need to keep going back to the YouTube to learn, right? So these 3 months learning curve very steep, very hard, very painful, but I know if I keep at it, right, I'll get better and better, and everything will fall into place. And that's actually what happened. So when I bulldoze it, keep at it, and after about July, I found my groove already. I found my flow, right? Things like how do I want to do it, right? Maybe I do location shoot. What are the things to bring? I have everything ready, and I have all the processes in my head. What I'm going to talk about, I already know. So I just press record. No silly mistake anymore, right? Pack it up, go home. I already have the template set up in my software, so so the process become more or less not automated, but pretty sorted out, right? So you can see the thing is, sometimes when you want to start something, right, is the beginning is always very hard. It's always very hard because you are going to something that is new that you never done before. But if you want it so bad to work it out, right, you just have to grind it through, and after a few months already, it's easy already. So right now I can say no, it's not easy for me yet, but still it helped me to cut a lot of my wasted time away. So for example, video, instead of taking 10 hours, right, maybe take only 3 hours, 1/3 of the time from then I start. And also the best thing is I batch my videos, meaning maybe right now I shoot this video for one topic. After I press stop recording, I start another recording for my next video straight away, because weather is good and I'm in the mood, I'm in the flow, so I might as well get it done, right? So once I have all these firm in batches, I go back home, right? Because my creativity juice is not there, I don't edit, right? I wait for my flow to come back again. I feel like editing, I got a bit of feels, I go back to editing and batch edit all of them. So that part is my YouTuber part, right? How about my driving? Right, obviously I need to make some adjustment to my driving. Schedule wise, morning, same thing, right? I still wake up early. Why? Because early is good. I can earn, right? It's where the surcharge is, less traffic, good bookings. Yeah, so I still wake up at 4 plus, maybe now later. Nowadays about 5 o'clock, then I start my engine, right? So 5 to 10 a.m. that's my golden hour for driving, right? So this time I just whack my engine and earn as much as I can, right? And after 10, right, I stop, because by 10 I should have more or less cover my rental already, and that's enough for me, right? I will stop until evening time, maybe about 5 p.m. when the peak period start again. I will start my engine again for my evening earnings. And this time from 5 to 9 p.m, roughly about 9 p.m. or 10 p.m, this time the earnings will be for myself, right? Because I already sorted my rentals in the morning, so I have no stress. So even if only I can drive, for example, 2 hours due to family commitments or something else, 2 hours, maybe 1 hour I earn 20, I still got 40 or 50 bucks, right? Usually 5 p.m. not so low lah, can get higher lah, $30 maybe. Yeah, so $50-$60 minimum, right? 2 hours. If I drive longer, maybe up to $100 on that day. Right now my YouTube channel is monetized. I can use that. Is that a lot? Not a lot lah. Can help me to pay bills, right? Can allow me more time to make video, right? So as time go by, maybe I have more brand deals, more sponsors. Yeah, it allows me to even do more video than driving. So I drive a little lesser and lesser, so I just balance it lah. Yeah, so that's how I juggle between driving and video, right? So it doesn't affect my sleep time actually, right? Because of the increase in productivity in my video and how good at it I am in terms of driving, when or where to find makan, makan money for my driving. Yeah. So the last thing is my family lah. Family time wise, that one really take a hit. No joke. No time to bring them out, seriously. Yeah, last time I still can bring them out to play badminton, go and play hide and seek, even just silly things, go to the park, because they love parks also. So after I started this, I have no time already. Just supervise with the kids, because priority PSLE, and also fetching them to tuition, schools and all this already take a lot of my time, right? I have 2 kids. So my goal, right, along the way, my goal is to free up more time so I can spend it with my family, right? Especially now coming holiday period, I want to spend more time, quality time with my son, with my daughter. Yeah, bring them out again, yeah, into the park, playground or whatever. That's my goal. I'm hopeful lah, because I'm getting better at juggling and getting better at my things. My processes are getting smoother, and that's when I can do all these things. So what's my point of telling you all of this? Yeah, you see if you look at our Singapore typical life, right, 9 to 5 job, right, or even as a freelancer, yeah, our time, a lot of it, the bulk of it is spent on where? On ourselves? No, right? A lot of time is to spend on others, right? Not spend on ourselves. Others as in what? Obligations that we have to fulfill in this society, right? Why do we have to spend 9 to 5 if you are in a stable job, if you are in an office setting, right? You're selling your time and your energy away to corporations, right? that is the time you is not yours, right? You sell that to somebody else, you get the money, right, to do something else, right? So this is not yours, you sell it already. You need to do that because you need to fulfill your obligation. There are needs to be fulfilled, right? Needs like what? Your handphone bill, right? Your housing, your mortgages, your credit card bills, your food, right? Your kids needs, right? Family, everything, all these are needs. So 9 to 5 or as a freelancer, your core jobs, you know, your gig, all these, right, goes towards these needs. That is cannot run one, unavoidable. But what happened, right? The key thing is what happened after 9 to 5, right? What they call it, the 5 to 9. That means after office hour, after you finish. If you are not office like me, I'm a free contractor or freelancer. After your gig job, what do you do, right? Because that is the 9 to 5 is to fulfill the needs. The other timing is to fulfill your wants, WANTS. Your wants is what do you want in life, right? Then you use that time to fulfill that wants, right? So before I was in YouTube, I used that time wrongly, right? My wants at the time was instant. I want instant gratification. I want something to free up, because I'm free up my stresses, right? Because I was too stressful, right? With my work, with my obligation, with my things generally around me. So after work, after my driving, or okay, talking back the time when I was a boss or even in corporate, after my job application, what do I do? What do I do to satisfy my want? I did nothing, right? I play games, I scroll, doom scrolling, just scroll the social media, and I just maybe sleep and waste my time away. So while you see, the irony is, while we spend a bulk of our time to satisfy the needs which we cannot run away, we do nothing to satisfy our want, right? And what do I really want in life? I want in life is actually to have a comfortable retirement. But do I do anything to reach that goal? No. Then you tell me I got no time, but actually all the time I've been used to do other things that cannot reach that goal. Come to think of it I feel like scolding my younger self, you know. So what the hell, Eddie? Wake up! Yeah, that time from 9 after work from your 5 to 9 is the most important hour, because that's the hour for myself, and which I could use to fulfill the wants I want in my life, right? I want to build an emergency saving. I want to bring my kids on holiday. I want to have nice food, right? Comfortable living spaces for my family, debt free, all this kind of thing. I did nothing towards that. So now I wake up already, okay, brother and sister. I already waken up, right? I woken up to this 9 to 5 rule. 5 to 9 rule. That means after work hour, after my gig, after my needs, right? Working for needs is satisfied already. I want to use that time to reach my goal. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So a lot of after my gig job, for me, the example that I gave you, after my morning shift already, that is my own time. After I fulfill my dad duties already, all that time, instead of doom scrolling, instead of just rotting in the, just rotting there, doing nothing, I use my brain juice to learn Cadence Life, editing software, get good at YouTube. All these will bring me monetary benefits that can help me achieve my goals. That's the purpose. And then you tell me, or you ask me, hey, where can you find my time? Right? The time is from this out of needs hour From, if you are a stable job, it will be from your 5 to 9, right? And yet the miracle thing is, yes, you will suffer at the start, like I explained earlier, but as you get good at it you feel super productive right? Like after your main job, your main gig is done, you still can do your own thing and still fulfill it, right? You feel super happy about yourself. That's what happened to me. I feel very like, wow, actually Eddie, even though I'm coming 50 years old, I still have all the energy. Very proud. So I feel that I can keep doing it lah. Yeah, I can keep doing it. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I know hustle culture is not for everybody. This is not a video to advocate hustle culture. No, don't get me wrong, right? For me, the circumstances force me to do more. Why? Because I want to clear my debt earlier. I want to be debt free. I want to have my own house, because now I'm living with my mother-in-law. I want to, start all over. Savings, emergency funds and everything. So I bo pian, I need to hustle, right? Some of you may not need to do that, but still, is it your intention to waste your after job hours or after gig hours? Maybe you find some wants that you want and works toward it using those hours, that idle hours, the hours you spend on doom scrolling. Yeah, and if you are hustling, yeah, you feel that you are stuck, it's hard, it's painful, you are not alone, right? You are not alone. Painful because you are growing and learning. Painful because you want it very badly, right? Painful telling you that you are growing, going there and reaching the destination. A lot of people will give up at that stage. You didn't give up, that's why it's painful. And once you reach the flow, the state, you get your process smoothened out, you will get what you want, right? That's all I want to say for today's episode. I wish all the best, right? And I'll see you in my next one. Let's chat you together. Ciao.